Okay, we are live. Welcome, everyone. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Um, I know for me, I just finished what all I do today. I got 30 listed, 10 shoes, 20 pieces of clothing, got my 5 oldest listings fixed. Um, and yeah, so now I'm wrapping up the day and I figure I'd do a live. And while I'm going live, I'm going to be cleaning some shoes for Monday to get listed Monday. These are some shoes I picked up at the garage sales and thrift stores the past week, and I'm going to get these prepped and cleaned up for Monday. So feel free to drop any questions or comments you have about reselling. First up, got a pair of Nike Air Max. Picked these up at a garage sale for $10 yesterday. Pretty good find. I think comps on these are around 50 to 100, and these are in really good condition. I've had a lot of people ask about cleaning videos, and I don't know, I'm kind of lazy to make one. I might do that, but I figured I can clean some shoes while we chat. Um, Wicked Maine, what is up? What's going on? So what I do with sneakers, I have a couple of things. I have magic erasers. I found by the case. I use Goo Gone, Grandma Sneaker Cleaner, Scrubby Brushy, and I have a linen bag. These are shoes I've already cleaned. And what I do with these is I pre-clean them. I put them in this bag. Once that bag is filled up, I put it in the washing machine. I set it on the delicate cycle cold water. I do what is it? I click, what is it? Pre-rinse? No, extra rinse and pre-wash. And I put the soil level at extra high. And I'll wash those. I will air dry them once they're washed under a big fan, and they come out and they look in a lot better condition than before. I need to do some befores and afters. It makes a big difference. So while we're chatting today, and if you got any questions, feel free to drop them. I'm going to do a little shoe cleaning. These are actually pretty clean, but regardless, like what I'll do with sneakers is, where's my? Yeah, so I'll start with a new. I'll have one for Goo Gone and one for Grandma Sneakers. I'll hit the magic eraser up, a couple squirts at the beginning, and what I'm going to do is clean the bottom of these midsoles real quick. Just give it a good little cleaning right there. Get any dirt. These are gray, so the dirt kind of blends in. Hey, what's up, Scott? How's it going, man? If you want to jump on, by the way, or anybody else, let me know. I'll drop the link in the chat. It's always a little easier when you have someone else to talk to. Then I'll do the same thing on the other one, on that midsole. Give that a little scrub. And next up, using Grandma's, I'm going to go ahead and give the uppers a couple squirts. And then I use this cleaning brush right here. This is a beautiful little thing. I've tried the power drills, and man, I feel like it's overkill. Like, this is really all it takes right here. So give that a quick brush. And these aren't really dirty, so I'm not going to go crazy on them. Kind of works up a little bit of a lather. Yeah, let me answer that question for you. Wicked Maine. So the Goo Gone, well, obviously it works on goo, whatever. Yeah, here, let me put the link in the chat real quick, guys, and I'll answer that. Let me see. Let me open up StreamYard real quick. Let's see. Invite a guest. Copy it to the clipboard. All right, I'm going to throw that in the chat for Scott or anybody else that wants to pop on. So Goo Gone works on goo, but it works really well on like markers. And a lot of times, if you go to the thrift in Sharpie, they'll write the price on the bottom. And usually, I'll hit the magic eraser with a shot or two of this, and that will remove the marker 99% of the times. Whereas the grandma's cleaner, what I'm using right here, is actually more of an actual cleaner. So it actually cleans. So the Goo Gone's more for getting markers and stains out, and the grandma's is good. Now I'm also going to do the bottoms, and these bottoms are really clean. Really nothing much to do there, but I like to be consistent. So I'll hit the bottoms with a 1 squirt. Same thing. And I don't spend a lot, like I don't even usually spend this much time cleaning them, but since I'm kind of talking y'all through it, you see that comes up to a good lather, right? So any dirt or ground, that's going to pre-treat it. That's going to make it, when I put it in the washing machine on, once a good cold setting, gentle cycle, these will really come out in good shape. And if there's any funky smells, which I don't think these have any funky smells, would also come out. So then I just grab my big bag of sneakers and I add these in. Once this bag is filled up, usually I can get between 8 to 10 in a bag, and I put it in the front loading washer. And I'm prepping these for Monday because I'm taking tomorrow off. But Monday, grab these shoes right here. Got a box of shoes. Monday will be my next day to list. Hold on. Some of these shoes fell over. All right. Next up, got a pair of Adidas. Sneakers, and these are kind of dingy. But one of the things when you're looking at shoes, that tread is really good condition. So these have very little use. So same thing. I'm gonna hit the midsoles. Oh, and you can see the difference already right there. Here, I'll show you this one. And this magic eraser on the white midsoles can make a big difference. So here's the kind of the side that hasn't been hit, and already you can see the difference that magic eraser with the grandma's makes on it. It makes a pretty big difference. So this shoe will clean up nicely. Just give it a little rubby-dubby. What's up, Craig? How's your weekend going? So we've hit the midsole on that one. We'll do the same thing on the other shoe, the other sneaker. Oh, and by the way, y'all know me, I'm always changing. So I love shoes, and I was doing nothing but shoes there for a while. But here's the thing, like I haven't hit reseller nirvana, so I was listing like 15 a day, but I'm probably only selling 4 to 5 shoes per day at this point. And shoes are more expensive, cost of good wise, than clothing. So I want to list at least 30 a day. So what I'm doing now is I'm still listing 10 shoes a day, and I'm also listing 20 pieces of clothing per day. Yeah, I did buy the drill with the brush attachment. To me, number one, it made a giant mess. Like stuff just goes everywhere. Stuff is going everywhere. It's like it's too much power, and it kind of. Oh, there's Scott, and it kind of shakes and it wobbles. And I think it for me personally, it's overkill. I prefer this little manual brush.
The show, hello.
What's up, Scott? How you doing? Now I'm gonna spray the upper.
My internet's slow.
Is it my internet slow? That's shocking. Yeah, and there's a couple of people in our group, Craig, that have also used it. A couple of people swear by it, and then there's some people like me that don't like it. So I don't know. I mean, it's worth giving it a try. I find this brush to be less messy, more efficient.
This one's fine. Well, no.
Scott's trying to get his setup straight.
Nope. Not them.
Yeah, I like the cow. We got the Cowboys t-shirt and the cap. I like it.
Damn. Nope.
Oh, I guess he's going to try to come back in. Yeah, having a little technical difficulties. It's usually me with a problem with that. So I've pre-treated these, and they'll look a lot better once they come out the washer. And the same thing, I'm gonna hit the bottom soles real quick. But yeah, I thought the drill was going to be the answer, also, but it just, I don't know. It just wasn't really necessary for me. So what's been going on with you, Craig? Welcome, Swamp Picker. How's it going? All right, so these now have been pre-treated. So we'll put these in the bag. This bag's about ready. I don't know. We might get one more pair in before it'll be time to wash that load. But I've got several of those big extra large laundry bags. So one could be washing, the other set could be drying. Here's another pickup from yesterday's garage sale. Another pair of Nikes. You can see the bottom of the soles are really good. These are Nike Free Trainer 1.0s. Men's size 12. Good condition. You can see the right shoe is missing the shoelaces, which isn't a big deal. I buy shoelaces in bulk, so I'll just replace it with a black shoelace. I'll probably replace both of them to make sure they're the same length and they match up. Swamp Picker just got back from work. Hopefully you had a pretty easy day. Hopefully it wasn't too rough. And Craig says, being lazy right now, I need to get up and listen stuff. Yeah, it's hard on a Saturday. Like, I do take Sundays completely off. But I'm listing 30 a day, so I can't, 30 a day, 6 days a week. So I can't let myself, if I don't have habits and routines, like things just don't seem to get done. Like, I have to have everything like a habit, or I won't do it. If I go with how I feel, like, then I won't feel like it. And sales for me personally this week have been brutal. Like, I'm down way down on the sales. I actually called eBay today and talked to a rep. They said there was no problems that they could see. Of course, it is summer, probably just the summer slowdown. I did counter it with I redid my markdown sell, made it a little bit more aggressive. I upped my promoted listings on everything a month or older, doing suggested plus 1%. I was only doing 6%, but that's the thing. eBay gives you a lot of tools, and sales have been up a little bit the past 2 days. Not where I want them, but better than they were. And you've got to think of these tools as, like, if you think about eBay like a water hose, right? And this is from Michelle in our group, in text group. This is, let me give her credit. This is her metaphor, and I think it's a good one. If you think of eBay as like a water hose, the tools they give you can allow you to open up the hose more or less, depending on what you're trying to do. And so right now, my sales aren't where they want to be, so I'm using those tools to open up that water hose. Yeah, you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see, like, that grandma's works pretty good. Craig got drafts done, just taking pictures. Nice. And Scott, if you want to try it again, man, you're welcome to come back on. I don't know. I don't know what was up. All right. So these have been pre-treated. These are now going into the laundry basket. Not the laundry basket. The linen bag for wash. Yeah, this bag's pretty much filled up at this point. We got a lot of money in this bag, so we're going to zip it. Let's see. I'm going to zip it. Yep. And then after this live, I'll go and wash it. That's probably about 10 pair of shoes. And we'll start on the next bag. I have several of those. Craig says his second store is doing great. $800 in sales with the one listing multi-client. That's a good listing, man. I like that. Love it. That's what we want. We want the great sales. If I can match up these shoes. Okay. I've also got some leather shoes, and I'll probably show you a couple of those. So next, got a pair of Brooks Beast. These are beastly shoes, big, heavy. Brooks is a good brand. They're not as great as they used to be, but you can see the tread. The tread's really good on these. Actually, really good condition. They're a little dusty. So a pair of shoes like this has plenty of tread that just needs a cleaning. Like, you can really add some value into your shoe listings and get more money by doing the cleaning. Let's see. Bo says checking out 4 storage units full of about 5,000 pieces of clothing. Ralph Lauren, American Eagles, Levi. Nice, Bo. I did buy a small 5x5 storage unit because it was a complete roll of the dice. It had like 4 or 5 big plastic bags of clothing. You could tell it was clothing, and I only paid $10 on it. Found they had a pair of Chippewa, which I got back behind me. A pair of Chippewa work boots, hiking boots, which is a nice find, and only probably a handful that were worth reselling. A few Levi's, a few pieces. Well, it wasn't a great unit, but like, I've never lost money on a storage unit. I mean, you do have to factor in the time of cleaning it out, but if I could find a storage unit with 5,000 pieces of that type of quality, I'd be all in. Yeah. Where are you located at, Bo? Got the lead by posting the ad. We buy clothes on Facebook and host. Yeah, that's actually, I wrote that down earlier. I don't know. We were talking about that in the group. And that's something I want to do. I'm going to start creating an ad just like that. Are there any restrictions? Is Facebook Marketplace fine? Oh, are they okay with you doing that? Like, I just got to figure that out and create the ad, because that's what I want to do. I want to, I've got Clay that sources clothes for me. And I go other places, but if I could get bulk, and with storage units, you can get them for pennies on the dollar. Storage units are great for getting lots of merchandise. Yeah, you can see that. Like, here's the left and here's the right. Just from that magic eraser, makes a big difference on the midsole. Yeah, Eugene, Oregon. So you're up in Nike headquarter land, which be interesting. I bet you can run across a lot of Nike and running shoes, running gear. Man, I tell you what, I did buy the cheap off-brand magic eraser, and these things are shredding up. I will not buy the off-brand again, because this thing is just shredding up, making a mess. So I have a towel on the table in front of me to capture all that. Yeah, that looks a lot better than what it did a few months ago. Craig says, create a listing like you're selling something and make it free in the picture. Put some text. Yeah, that sounds just right. Yep, thanks, Craig. That does sound like the way to go. So you create a listing like you're selling something, but in the picture, You actually put the text. Yep. I'll probably work on that tomorrow. And I'm thinking about putting a list of brands and telling them a minimum quantity to purchase would be 50, I guess. To be worth my time. And, so that one's been treated. Let's get the other one. Yeah, that is a good idea, guys. Yeah, that's funny. Y'all talked about that. I wrote that down. So I'm on to-do list underneath here. Because you with this, you've got working in your business, which is what I'm doing right now. And then you also need some time to work on your business, to do things that take a little time and a little thought, a little creativity that aren't part of the normal listing, photographing, shipping, etc. And you do need to leave a little bandwidth, I believe, a little time to think outside of the box, kind of like what Bo was talking about and Craig, so that you can come up with these ideas and institute them that will allow you to kind of take your business to the next level. We good? We good, Scott?
I don't know what's going on with my internet on my computer, but I am on my phone. So
well, I can hear you and I can see you. So
yeah. So I don't know what happened with my computer. It was doing fine earlier. I was listing stuff on Amazon and eBay, and so it was good.
Well, glad you could drop by. It's been a while. I know we haven't been doing our podcast, which it's just.
I went garage selling today. I did pick up these Skechers Performance shoes,
Nice.
golf shoes for $10, and they're brand new.
In box too.
Yeah, in box, brand new. So that was one of the pickups today, besides hats and clothes and stuff like that. So
nice. Look at you. You're trying to become a shoe reseller?
I don't know. I pick them up every once in a while if they're Nike or whatever. But
yeah, you're the jack of all trades. You can sell it all. I like it.
Yeah, but I was listing VHS and books and video games on Amazon. So that's what I was doing earlier. So
I like it.
Yeah. So what's going on with you?
I was just talking about sales have been slow this week.
Yeah, I saw you're in the group that you weren't doing too bad though.
Well, just compared to like things were rocking and rolling, doing all shoes. I was moving in the right direction, and I have some really good sales with shoes.
Right.
And then this week I'm down about 50%. So my other thing is like I feel as a full-time reseller, only doing 10 to 15 listings a day is kind of being lazy. And so I want to list at least 30 per day, but I don't have the cash flow with my sell-through rate on shoes yet to do 30 shoes a day. So I'm like, you know what? I know clothes. So I'm going to do my 10 shoes a day. I'm going to pick gold level shoes, shoes that'll make good profit. And then I will try to pick gold level clothes too, and just do both for now. And once shoe sales catch up, I can then decide if I want to list more shoes or whatnot. So
what's your sell-through rate on your shoes?
Well, I haven't ran it recently. When I made the decision to go to just shoes, I ran the difference. Let's see, if I can remember, on clothing, on 90-day sell-through rate, it was like, what was it? Like 27%, like 9% per month. And on shoes, it was like 54% for 90 days. What is that? Or 18%. So it was pretty much double for shoes. And of course, the ASP was probably double or better too. But the one downside is the cost of goods on shoes.
Right.
So if I'm averaging, I don't know, let's just say $8 a pair, $7-8 a pair, to do 30 shoes a day, I'm looking at like $220 to $250 a day on the inventory. And especially with slow sales, that's not going to work.
That's hurt. Yeah, that hurts.
But I can pick up clothes for cheap supplement the shoe. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm always tinkering with things.
Now, are you still cross posting on? Are you still cross posting on?
Poshmark, just for shoes, only shoes. I don't do clothes. On clothes, it's just eBay. Like I listed today, I listed, I don't know, 10 shoes and 20 pieces of clothing, and I did shoes first. And of course, you got cleaning time on shoes too. That's another thing. It's just like the clothes. The clothes, I was able to photograph and list those so much faster. And I guess my other thought is like try, especially with the, it looks like we're probably going to hit a recession, or people are not spending money at least, which will probably lead us there. So. I want to kind of like the shoes, some of the shoe sales, like I sold a couple of shoes for 60 plus over the past couple of days, several of them. And that's great. But I also want to get the people who only got $10, $15, $20. And that's where, a Tommy Bahama $20, $25 shirt would come in as well. So I want to cover all the price points is what I'm thinking.
Now, how's the wholesale going?
I had 6 or 7 people order, and I had several more that were just they inquired, but some people are very specific for what they want,
right?
And I can't custom because to make any sense for me, it has to be bulk, and I told them it's the things that I was reselling for triple my money or more. I can't take custom orders. Like some orders would be better than others. Like somebody got a box that was loaded with Columbia PFG. That's really great.
Yep.
But it depends on what I'm finding. So I don't know if that's going to work long term. I had quite a few orders, some local, some being shipped out. I haven't heard anything back from anyone yet. So I don't know if it's going to be sustainable. And I'm even thinking like it may not even be worth continuing to do. So I don't know. I like it in theory. I just don't know. Those were a pair of Hokas I just cleaned right there. I just don't know how sustainable it is. And here's another pair of Hokas. Apparently, and this is One, Isaiah in the group. Like I used to say these are Hoka 11s, but apparently they're pronounced Hoka One, which I didn't know.
I didn't know that either.
So
there's so much to know about shoes. So it's
well, that's the thing. And of course I think sometimes like I overthink things, but like I've learned a lot about shoes and I do well with shoes, but I also learned quite a bit about clothing too. So I figure if I have pretty good knowledge on both of them, why not sell them both, at least for now. Now, if my cash flow gets better and it makes more sense to do just shoes, who knows? But I don't know. It's like, I think that's a pretty good niche of clothing and shoes because you're still in the fashion niche.
Yeah, I think so.
If I was doing perfume and electronics then that might not work. Cleaned up pretty nice. Love the magic eraser. They're dusty, so now I'm going to hit the grandmas on the uppers.
What's your average cost for shoes? Do you sell like $4 or $5?
It's probably about 5 to 6. Like it depends. Like yesterday, I went to garage sales and I got a pair of Air Maxes for 10, but they're selling for 60 to 100. And I got another pair of Nikes for $2 and they're selling for 50. But if I go to Goodwill, there I'm looking for shoes because there I'm paying like $7 to $8. So if I'm going there, I'm wanting shoes that are going to flip for 40 or more, or close to 40.
I don't blame you.
So it just depends. What about, all right, let's see. Veronica says, what accounting software do you recommend for eBay?
GoDaddy. They're gone.
No, not right now. They're going bye-bye.
They're going bye-bye.
which is another stress. Like I'm gonna have to migrate that over to. I guess I'm gonna go to QuickBooks
Right.
and got to figure out how that works. Yeah, I was using GoDaddy like Scott was saying, which was pretty easy. I will say, even with GoDaddy, like they weren't integrating and uploading like all my information. Like I had a Capital One card that it quit syncing months ago, and they never were able to fix it. So I think they were having problems with eBay's managed payments, and that was the other thing. Like with GoDaddy, with eBay's managed payments, it's like they track the individual sales which are recorded,
Right.
but they also were double reporting your income, like through your linked bank account, that daily deposit. So you were, if you weren't on top of it, you were kind of double reporting your eBay sales.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I don't know
go.
why they're going away, but I guess the support on the back end probably wasn't worth it.
Yeah. Well, I was listening to the eBay podcast actually today while I was working, the latest episode, and that's what Griff said. He said they're having problems since managed payments.
Yep.
And like I gave an example of a problem me and others were having. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's yeah, you have to learn a whole new system now just to go do your accounting. But yeah,
and that sucks. Like when you're rocking and rolling and dealing with so many other things to have to.
Exactly. Oops.
Well, apparently my wife knows how. She's familiar with it, so I told her I'm going to bring her on board, and maybe she can.
She's off for summer, right?
Yeah. She just finished here last week.
Nice.
Let's see. Next up, we got a pair of Nike Free Run Fly Knits. These are pretty dirty, so these will clean up. And that's a good thing. Like you find a pair of sneakers with good tread. If they're just dirty and dusty, like you can really clean some value into these. And I'll get a lot of questions on Poshmark, and I'll take this as a compliment as to my shoe cleaning. Like once they get out of the washer, are these new? And they're pre-owned. Like I'm not doing retail arbitrage currently.
Right.
So they're all pre-owned. So it kind of shows you how you could clean them good enough to pass as new. Yeah, look at this. So let me show you the difference. Just the magic eraser. So here's the side I haven't cleaned. And just there in a few seconds, like you can see how much whiter that is.
Very nice.
Let's see. What about you, Scott?
I've been sourcing mainly just hats at the bins and stuff like that. I found some pretty good trails, so that was pretty nice.
Hatman,
a lot of bread and butter, but some of the ones that I've been getting has been pretty. How would I say? Pretty like one day you'll get like bread and butter, and the next day you'll hit like 5 or 6 hats that are either vintage trucker hats or sports caps, whatever. So I found a vintage starter Sacramento King hat that I listed for $199. So
wow,
but it's all in between, but.
Well, that's a beautiful thing. Same thing with garage sales. Like yesterday, I found a vintage Champion reverse weave sweatshirt, University of South Carolina, which it's not the greatest university, but it's a vintage Champion reverse weave. And I paid $2 for it. And you can get those deals at garage sales and the bins. Yep. You just have to be consistent because you're going to find a lot of bread and butter.
Right.
Oh, and here's something I messed up on. This one kind of pissed me off. I went to one garage sale and I picked up a Columbia puffer jacket, like Texas A&M Aggies, like mint condition for a couple bucks. And I don't know, and something else like a pair of Nikes. And I walk by and I see this lady. I don't know how I missed it. She picked up a box, and in the box was a pair of Birkenstocks. Like looked like they'd been worn one time. I was like, how did I miss that? And I was watching the lady. I was kind of lurking, like, looking at something, hoping she was going to put them down.
Yep.
What size are they? Oh, these are size 9. Well, I don't know if those are going to fit my feet. And she puts her foot, and I looked at like they didn't fit. I'm like, yes, she's going to put those back.
Right.
She tucked those under her arm. I was like, man. So I walked right past almost brand new Birkenstocks. I don't know how I missed it, but I did.
Just never know.
Got to keep your eyes peeled.
You do. There was community garage sales today. You said Texas A&M, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on one second. I think I got something today.
I appreciate that, Boatman. Smashing the like button. Anybody else go sourcing this weekend? Where's everybody source at? Like Scott does a lot of bins, garage sales. I hit those. Earlier, Bo was talking about storage units. You can go to estate sales. Obviously, you can go to thrift stores. All right, now let's look how dirty those bottoms are. Let's see. We've hit the sides. We've pre-treated the uppers. Now we're gonna hit the bottom soles. It just dirty.
All right. You guys have Dutch Brothers out there?
Yeah. I think so.
So brand new Dutch Brothers hat.
Nice.
So it's brand new.
Yeah.
I like that. Texas A&M Aggies off the Haynes tag.
Off the Haynes tag.
Yeah. So that's, I don't know if it's a knockoff or not, but
yeah, little bootleg action, but
bootleg action. I couldn't pass it up for $1. So I thought I wish it was my champ either way, but I'm sure that's bootleg. But I just had to grab it. I bundled it all together with all the other stuff. But
yeah,
because I got a bunch of hats and stuff. But I was like, yeah, on whatnot I could sell that, not on eBay.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, you'd probably get away with it on eBay. I don't.
I'm not gonna risk my account on eBay.
Yeah, I'm not saying you should. But I'm just saying you probably would be okay. I think as far as on the university front, it's Georgia and Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ohio State will come after you if you're on a bootleg tag. But like on a shirt like that, it wouldn't be worth it for $10, $15 sell.
Right. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that is funny. What's up, Nita J?
Nita J.
Angelton, Texas. Where's that at? What's that near? Texas is so big.
Texas is like California.
Right. We got the...
no clay today?
I don't know, man. He was messaging me earlier, and I was like, I'm going live. He's probably napping with the stray cats. Give him a hard time while he ain't here.
Exactly.
Boatman hit citywide garage sales this weekend. I like it. Garage sales are great, man. Like the only problem is like if you're niched down like me, it's a little bit more difficult because I'm just looking for clothes and shoes. Right. I mean, if I saw a grail that was outside of my niche, I'd still pick it up. But like I didn't pick up anything this weekend. I didn't see any. But if you hit enough, it's a numbers game. So somebody was asking about the goo gun. So see here, you got marker on these sandals. So I'm gonna try the goo gun on that. 40 minutes south of Houston, close. Okay, yeah, I know where that's at. Yeah, we're going to Rockport this coming weekend. All right. Yeah, this marker's hard, but it is coming out. Just take a little elbow grease.
It's amazing what people do to their shoes. I see them all the time at the bins. They're all messed up.
Oh,
stuff that they do to it.
Well, there's a Goodwill. One of the Goodwills I hit on my shoe route. they write the date. See, that came out 99%. They write the date on the bottom of their shoes. It doesn't matter if it's a leather boot or what. They're still going to write it on there, which on leather, it's really not going to come out. You could sandpaper it, but I'm like, why? Why are y'all doing this? But if somebody asks, I'll just tell them that's my inventory SKU number. Hopefully they won't ask. Boatman said, I missed a Milton Vice today for $40. Look them up. Well, I would if I wasn't cleaning shoes, but if somebody wants to tell them, I don't know about Milton Vices. Obviously, it must be worth a lot, or you want to put that in there. Yeah, that's a niche I don't know about. All right, and these Tevas, these are just dusty. So these, they got lots of good tread. Pick them up for $1 or $2. So these will just get a wash. They'll come out clean. All right, what else I got left over here? I got some on clouds. So actually, it's on running. Oh wait, I got mixed up. Here's a pair of Hokas. And where's the other on? Oh, there it is. All right, we'll do the Hokas first. So here's another pair of Hokas. These are the Clifton 6, women's size 7. These are actually pretty clean. Then they do have. Now here's the thing. Most shoes with this tread, most sneakers, I would pass on because they've got pretty heavy wear. The exception is with Hoka One One. I sold a pair with worse tread than this that I picked up for $1 at a thrift store because everyone else passed on it, and it sold for like $40. Like you can sell Hoka One even with heavy tread wear for $30, sometimes a little bit more, because these have the heavy, thick midsole, and these do tend to wear faster. But people will buy these even if they don't have the tread for running. They'll get them as walking shoes because they're very comfortable. A lot of people don't know that about Hokas, which works out good for me when I find them with that tread wear. Now, I wouldn't pay up on those. I probably wouldn't pick up Hokas that are heavily worn for more than, I don't know, probably more than $7, $8 max, hopefully less. But kind of knowing what that bottom floor is helpful. Swan Picker said, paid $40 for a Sonic Care toothbrush Friday night. Woke up this morning and sold for $88.95. Nice. Love the sell-through rate. Sold very fast. Doubled your money. I like that. I like it a lot. Man, these off-brand magic erasers are just wearing out. But I buy them by the cases. And this is what I do at the end of the day. So I list my shoes, I list my clothes. Well, actually, I do shipping first. I ship, list shoes, list clothes. And then I finish my day with making sure I have shoes prepped for the next day. Because on some, like if these have to get washed and dried, and like the leather shoes, those take time to kind of dry. So, and it's kind of an easy way, like the fact that I can do this live while I'm cleaning shoes, not as easy to list, but this is kind of mindless. It's almost relaxing in a way. A lot of people hate cleaning shoes, and it's not a fun experience, but it's kind of cool when you see the condition improve so drastically on a pair of shoes. All right, now we got to hit the bottom. See if we can widen these up a little bit. Yeah, pretty decent. And then they'll go in the washer. And the washer is really good because it cleans those uppers that mesh. And then if there's any funky smells, it's going to take care of that. So there we got a pair of Hokas ready to get washed. Hang on, I've almost filled up my second bag. What do we got next? All right, I got the on-running cloud. I don't know which model this is. A little tip. Google, what is it? The Google image search is really good. Like to take a picture and it'll give me the exact model of these. Or actually on a lot of shoes, if I don't, if I can't look it up or I'm unfamiliar with it, like Google Images can be your best friend, especially with shoes. All right, cleaning the midsole, especially that white, whitening that up. I don't know, it's 5 o'clock. I'm starting to think about dinner down here. I wonder what's for dinner. All right, so we've hit up the midsoles on both. Now we're going to hit up the uppers. The dusty uppers.
I'm back.
There you go. There he is.
FedEx, Walmart, and Amazon came all at once.
Well, dang.
I know, right?
He's the popular man. That's kind of cool, like seeing how that kind of foams up.
Mm-hmm. What are you using on that one? The cleaner?
Just the grandmas.
Yeah.
He works good.
It looks good.
That's how I had a VA. Well, I had VAs.
Yep.
Tough. She had that weird accent. I'm like, how's it going, Maria? It's good. You need anything? I'm good. Kind of miss having a VA team. Maybe at some point in the future. But the funny thing is,
I don't think company. I think if you had a VA just list for you one-on-one, like if you found one, have them list instead of for company that was doing them and they could do whatever. But because I know off Fiverr you could buy 100 listings or whatever they list on eBay, but you'd want somebody. You probably want to train them. So
yeah, definitely, and that's what I actually did. But here's the problem: I jumped the gun. I didn't really understand clothing that well. So she was listing 50 jeans a day, but I'm having to go back and fix a lot of those listings. It wasn't her fault. I didn't train her well. But the other thing is using Tuck's methodology, his techniques that I could do. If I was just doing clothing, I could do 50 a day by myself right now. So if I do VAs, and I probably will at some point, it'll be like what you said, training them exactly the way I do it, and for them maybe to double my production,
mm-hmm.
to make sense.
I think that'd be better than hiring a photographer, but unless you had somebody off-site photograph and then send them and everything else like that. But
yeah, could
I think if you're quick on because I don't like clothing, but if you're quick to get all the measurements and everything else like that, like everybody teaches, then that's definitely easier. And then you could have somebody go in and list it afterwards. But
well, yeah, I've timed myself. Like with clothing, I can photograph and measure in between a minute to 90 seconds.
Yeah.
And because I sell similar, I can actually list it probably on average 2 to 3 minutes, probably average about 3. So I'm on average, I'm listing in about 4 to 5 minutes, probably 4.5 minutes on average. So that's even at 5 minutes per listing, that's 12 per hour. That's fairly quick. I know
if you can keep the sourcing, that's the other thing, getting sourcing now.
Yeah. Yeah, but we have 2 bins locally. We have garage sales everywhere. We have like
There's so
so
much
much
clothing.
inventory.
Yeah, there's so much. Even at our bins, it's like they just keep on bringing it out and out and out. Where the hard goods isn't as much, or the books aren't as much, but the clothing, they just keep on bringing it out. So
Yeah, yeah, it's just so abundant. So really the bottleneck for clothing, if you're not doing whatnot, is listing speed. So if you can
well,
speed that up, that's
if
why
I
tech makes so much
if I
money.
had a course like Chris, and he could just yeah, do all the clothing and sell it for $7 a pop on whatnot. That's awesome. That's the way to do it. But
Well, he would prefer, honestly, he would prefer to be selling it on eBay because he went over the numbers on a morning call where I think on eBay, like his average profit was like 10 to $12 per item.
right, I did see that, and then 7 per whatnot or whatever it is, 6, 7.
I think it's lower. I think the actual profit, I think the average sell price is 7, so maybe the profit's like 4.
4 or 5, yeah.
But he's able to do volume on whatnot. But he's up. But the other thing is, it's because he has a big YouTube channel, so it's
Yeah,
like
that's
he
right.
has to be there to maximize it.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, I see his whatnot's $1 million inventory or sell through or whatever.
Yeah.
You could just do so much volume. You could just do an auction, 4 or 5 hours a day, and then sell everything right on site, and then go on to the next day if you got like a source like that. But
Yeah. Let's see. Fan reaction.
instead of waiting for perfect buyer on eBay.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think both can work. And it could be what you sell and whatnot is different.
Oh yeah,
on eBay too.
exactly.
And here's the other thing, and I'm not on whatnot. Y'all know my struggles. I try to get on and all sorts of tech, no problem. I just said, forget it. But like now, I've heard they've done away with their dollar pricing.
Yep.
But like they're gonna eventually become more like the other platforms with fees and whatnot. So it's like anything else. They're doing great discounts at the beginning to pull in buyers and sellers, and then it'll become more standardized.
Yeah, eBay should be doing something where you could do a hybrid of both.
Yeah, they're supposed to be doing that. That's in the works. I don't know what it's actually going to look like. Now, here are a pair of really dusty Chippewa boots, Vibram soles. This was in a storage unit I bought. So these, I'm going to do a little leather treatment. Fan reaction said I sold a iPhone 7 box for $65. Apple freaks love their phone boxes apparently. So that's a great tip.
That's a good polo right there. Yep. There's all boxes, PS4, Xbox, Xbox One. You could do even the older boxes, but iPhones are.
You can do the bags too. Like I use like Supreme bags, even Nike bags. Like you can bundle them up. Like when I was doing RA at the clearance center.
Yep.
Clearance store, like I would bundle those up. Clay's now going down another rabbit hole.
Because the boxes, even video case, for like Pokemon, the cases for the games, those sell. So those I would rather sell like iPhones and phone boxes, and then also video game cases. The Pokemons, the Zeldas, and all that stuff. So.
Bo's selling 12 to 4 listings per hour. That's good, Bo. Yeah, the sell similar.
What's he sell?
Clothing. Bo's in the group.
Yeah,
he's implementing. I don't know what Fan is talking about. We'll leave that one off the air. James is asking, are you still offering clothing boxes? I could. Here's the thing. Like I had 6 or 7, and maybe I just haven't waited long enough. I just haven't had anybody reorder. I could, but I don't want to take like special requests. What it would be, it's a lot of women's jeans, which is what I used to specialize in. and it'd be like $4 per item. You could pick them up locally, or I could ship them to you at $5 per item. So if you're interested, you can email me, or you can email me at Texas. Here, let me put in the chat. I can still do them. I don't know. I don't want it to sidetrack my main business, but it's possible.
Well, I think it's a great way for you to get rid of the older inventory. That's, you don't have to fix the listing. You can go back through and just, grab 50 things and lead out your.
See, I wasn't even pulling from my store. It was just like while I'm sourcing, picking up things.
I totally understand that, but I think you should pull from your store and throw some bonus ones in there or whatever. That way you don't have to fix those old listings, unless they're all fixed already, I guess.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah. Tommy says, "Oops, Cloud, Flow, Rock, Rose. Sorry, angle is bad." Oh, I know Tommy's got the shoe hook up.
Right. If we all had that, we'd be golden, right?
Yeah. If I had that hookup, like Hoka's on Cloud.
Yep.
Be good to go.
There you go.
Yeah, there's the email, James. You can email me and we can talk. I'm not taking requests. I was getting some people wanting to request, then it becomes a headache.
I wonder if you could do that with hats. Just throw 50 hats in and sell them at bulk.
I do come across a lot of hats too, especially at garage sales out here. Matter of fact, I gave Clay a box of them I had from a storage unit that we did together. Because I just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't feel like I had the time to create a whole new category.
Right.
Yeah, sorry, Tommy. I'm always behind on the chat.
All right. Well, I'm going to hop off here. And
all right, man. It was good seeing you, Scott.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me on.
All right, man. Have a good weekend, bud.
You too. Bye.
All right, that was Scott Triple D, the dumpster diving legend, the man that knows the hats, the California Benz Meister. So right now, like I dusted off now, I'm adding some, what am I using? Some conditioning oil on these Chippewa boots, which I'll let them dry out overnight. Actually, because I'm not listening tomorrow. I do take Sundays completely off. I need a day to just recharge. Oh, look here. Next guest. Welcome to the show, Clay. You're lucky caller number 9.
10? Oh, dang
No,
it. It's number 10. I thought it was 10 that usually won the prize.
I don't know. I'm 9.
I don't either. I don't think did you ever call in, like Q102 or 92.5 or anything?
Kiss FM or
Kiss FM, yeah.
A few times. Only a few times. I was like, I'll never win.
Yeah.
I had to defeat
yeah. A couple times now that I think about it, when I worked for my dad, I don't know what it was. And then Amy, the ex, one time did and won us tickets to see the Moody Blues out at Starplex. And that was nice. Because if y'all don't know the Moody Blues, go look them up. They're old British guys, but they're awesome. More mellow rock, kind of, I guess.
Yeah. Soft rock.
Yeah, they're not like Christopher Cross rock, but I'm trying to think. Some of the, more like Stones and Beatles, softer stuff, I guess,
Yeah.
They're cool, though.
Bo says, I have some Zamberlan leather boots. The leather needs a touch-up. What do I recommend? All right. So I love restoring leather. It's very satisfying, especially when the leather just needs a good conditioning, like it hasn't been treated in forever. So what I do I kind of keep it basic. Like I'll have a bristle brush, scrape the dust off, depending on the boot, right? Um, and then like I've used different ones. I have pretty good luck just with the kiwi, the conditioning oil. You could do the saddle soap, which cleans and conditions. I've used mink oil, which is really good. It's a little bit more expensive, but for me, I found the kiwi. So here's the other pair I haven't cleaned. Here, let me kind of make this bigger.
Are you doing the kiwi? Sorry, I'm driving. Did you say like the matching color on kiwi, or just the
I usually just do the conditioning
generic
oil. I do have
conditioning?
touch up.
Okay.
I do have the touch up stuff, which I'll use occasionally. Like these, I've just conditioned, but they're still wet, so I will let these
They look
dry.
good.
Yeah, they're a lot darker right now, but as they dry, they'll lighten up. And once they're dry, I have a soft bristle brush, and then here we'll see. It needs to dry a little bit more. Once it dries, I'll use this to make sure that oil is spread in evenly to all the creases and all the cracks, and then just let it dry.
I like
usually,
using that brush.
Yeah, it's very satisfying.
Kind of fun. Yeah. I asked that because I'm like, man, I don't think I've conditioned any leather shoes in like a year, or something. I do feel like I did one pair of boots, but I don't know if I went with like, if I had to do the cleaner, then the conditioner, or,
I mean, look at the difference, though. I mean, it makes a massive
oh my God,
difference.
that's awesome. Yeah.
And so and I'm slow because I'm on a live right now, but just a few minutes of work, and you can add so much more value into your listing.
Tommy says he uses saddle soap. I think I've used that. And then leather honey, or Dr. Martin's balm. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I don't know. I feel like I've used whatever Brian has used, since he was cleaning shoes first. And if I was still at home, I'd look. But is that the rag or a sock?
There's a sock in this Chippewa boot.
Oh, I was like, are you using the sock to clean it, or?
I have done that before in the past. Yeah, I have used socks. Like I had that case of socks from a storage unit.
Yeah,
they're all brand new. I was using those as conditioning rags for a long time.
When you wash your, like, a lot of the time I'll use the little the little yellowish towel, that comes with the kiwi. And I know I've washed them, but what do you wash them with? Just throw them in with other.
All right, say it again.
Like
what are you talking about?
Or whatever.
What?
I can't think.
Oh, you're talking about
Like,
the microfiber towel? Yeah, those I will just like right now. I've got these disposable ones,
After
but
number of.
But yeah, those microfiber towels. When I use them, I just wash them with the other towels. Tommy says, OnCloud is slowing as of late. I think they're having quality control issues. I've got a few pair of soles pulled right off, brand new. Yikes, that's not good. Yeah, I've noticed they're not selling for as much as they used to. I didn't know the exact reason, but yeah, that could very well be a big part of it.
Yeah, maybe they don't have the facilities. Because, like, OnCloud, I first noticed them, when I was still running all the time, and that's been almost 4 years. But they were newer then, whereas Hoka I'd been wearing for 2 years at least, so I could see that maybe. There's a channel called, Tommy says, there's a channel called The Elegant Oxford, Crazy Insane Dress Shoe Restorations.
Nice.
Elegant Oxford. I'll screenshot that.
It's a good name. The kind of name I'd come up with.
Right.
Texas, the alliteration.
It's not as good as the Eclectic Elephant, but, whatever. And just because too many people
Whose channel is that? Whose channel is that?
They can't spell just because they can't spell eclectic, even though it's a very phonetic word, I think. Yeah, whose was that? I don't know.
So yeah, I mean, even if you don't go 100% in on the leather restoration, like just a simple cleaning and conditioning can make a big difference. All right, I'm gonna put up my clean.
Tommy says Roger Federer made them famous, that channel. Okay. Well, hey, that's not a yeah, that's a good spokesperson there to get a shout out from. The old RF.
Right.
I just finished watching that movie King Richard about Vina and Serena's dad. Really good movie.
And I'll
Will
just watch
Smith
the
was
towel with
excellent.
the back. Oh yeah, the one where Will Smith where he slapped Chris Rock. That's what he was.
Yeah.
He won the Oscar for that night. Oh,
Yeah.
and the other thing
And he
I
was
use.
great.
The other thing I use, like I won't use these on the sneakers until they come out of the wash. I really don't. Is I have this 10-second disinfectant.
Oh yeah.
And deodorizer, and it kills MRSA, especially on the shoes that aren't washed. I'll spray that. It takes away the funk.
I need to go get some of that. Yeah, maybe I'll go to Walmart. I need to get some of that because I sprayed all the shoes that I bought, for myself, but I've been meaning to do it again, Some I think I washed already as well, but I might spray and wash one more time.
Yeah. That's all the shoe cleaning I'm going to do. I've got 2 big extra large bags to be washed. I've got a couple of leathers drying. So I've got enough for my Monday listing. I've got so many shoes. Like I'm doing, I don't know if you heard earlier, like I'm doing 10, I'm always talking to Clay about I'm doing 10 shoes and 20 clothing items per day currently because I can't afford to increase to 30 shoes because of the cost of goods. Like my sales have not. My sales haven't caught up.
And he's changing the name of his channel to Squirrel Brain Reseller.
Yeah, I should.
I'm just messing with. How much clothes do you have? Did you get clothes some the other day? Or are you picking from?
I probably picked up.
I brought
both, but I probably picked up 60 pieces of clothing yesterday at the garage sales. I only got 2 or 3 shoes yesterday, but I've got a lot of shoes from my last thrifting route. I've definitely got enough for the whole week. I probably won't go sourcing for shoes this week.
Maybe that's good then.
I probably will have to source for clothing unless you're able to come up with somebody.
Yeah, like
either way. Like I could hit the bins if I need to early when they open, spend 2 hours and get enough for several days.
Yeah.
If I need
Tuesday, no, it's Monday. Yeah, I was gonna go after. I'm driving Stephanie on Monday, only Monday and Thursday this week, but it's like I pick her up at 12 and then at 4 at the hospital, so I'll have a couple of hours in there, and I might try to get up early before I go drive Chad, or have my mom drive him, and then that way I could.
Well, all right. So no offense, Clay.
Yeah, I know.
But like when you start talking your schedule, because it's always so complicated to me and it
drives you crazy.
Well, I don't know. I zone out because I can't keep up with it.
Yeah.
Like I can't keep up with schedules.
I know.
Which is why I like it to be very similar. So like I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm just like,
oh, I know.
I can't process it. So the way I look at it, whatever you get me is extra and it's great and I appreciate it 100%. But like I don't want to count on it, or I don't want to like try to figure out when you're doing what, because your schedule changes a lot. Like a couple of weeks ago, it was like you were going to source Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you didn't source any of this. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to like plan on it. I just want to view it extra, and it's 100% appreciated. But I don't want to get like. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I know, and I know you've got a lot going on, and I know that works for you. And I'm not criticizing. I'm past that. I'm just like just to work for me. Like I just have to view it as extra. because I have here. This is our therapy session, guys. Clay and I thought we talk a lot about this. We work out our shiitake because, like, for me, like I have the tendency to want to control things, and so if I can't control or predict something, it'll frustrate me, and then I can be a jerk. So I'm like, okay, just whatever you get, it's
And I'll
extra.
push back extra, and be like, I'm not doing it that way.
Yeah. Well, it's just Tommy says
He's just finally realized I just don't want to sit down and just list eBay stuff yet, Especially now that I've got a couple easy money things.
Well, yeah, and I don't push back on that at all anymore. Like, I mean, you have to want to list. And
yeah, and the urge is there a little more and more because I look and I'm like going, oh yeah, like when I go in the garage, I'm like, oh yeah, that's really good, and that's really good, and so I'm like, okay, well at least when I start, money will start flowing in, might not be a ton, but for me, anything extra is extra, so it's 100 a week. Shit, that'd be a boatload. I take that. I could make that. I know.
Well, Clay's nickname I give him is Easy Money because he's the master at developing easy money income stream. So it's working for you. Like I don't understand it, and I don't know if it wouldn't work for me, but it's obviously working for you. So I'm not. Yeah. That's something like in my personal life, I have those issues of control, and I want everybody to understand what to do it my way. I want to control things, and if that doesn't happen, I'm not as bad anymore. Like I've made progress on that.
No, and I want to control certain things, but the work stuff is not one. Whatever. Yeah, I'm figuring out that balance of the control my own schedule or not.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like what we do. The decisions we make lead to outcomes, and I mean, we just have to be okay. If we're not cool with outcomes, then we need to change. If we're happy with them, we keep doing the same. I mean, it's kind of simple as that. Everybody's got to figure out what works for them.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I just
most definitely.
Yeah, I won't go on too much. Tommy says plot twist. He is running drugs for the Mexican.
He's mafia. Uber, easy, or Stephanie, my the lady Stephanie, that pays me cash. Tommy, you get. You know why she pays me cash? She, like I haven't driven Uber in a month. I think I probably will this week, even though gas prices are freaking insane now.
Well, are they adding a surcharge or something to help offset?
Yeah, Lyft and Uber both. It's like 55 cents, I think. Yeah, so that helps.
Yeah.
Normally I've been like, well, it is what it is. All my jobs require driving. Whether driving people for cash or just helping Chad out or whatever. But now I'm like, I'm about to go to the racetrack and I'm like $4.70, and just the other day it was like down to $4.19. It had started to tick down and you're like, dang, 50-cent jump, but is what it is.
Yeah, it's tough. That's why I'm glad I got my little Prius at least.
Yeah, like if I got to drive more, then I drive more, to for income and to pay.
And all those miles are deductible too.
Correct. Yeah.
Which you're very well aware of.
Yeah.
Man, I updated my mile IQ yesterday. I need to get in the habit of doing it like every day like if I'm doing something for business, because it auto classifies my trips to the storage unit for inventory, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I have some that are to my dad and mom's, but and then this racetrack only has. Oh, do they have any pumps? Or is that the diesel? Oh, that's the diesel. Okay. I'm driving around like going, why are there yellow bags on but it's on the ethanol or whatever, 85. Okay. That was confessing me for a second. I was like, how are they out of gas when they're charging that much?
Is there some? I haven't been following the news lately. Is there some type of oil shortage or something?
I don't know. Or just that ethanol, the special blend thing, you know, that some people use. I'm not sure. Oh, I meant to text you when we were talking. So reading the different messages or post in the two different accounting groups on Facebook that I'm part of, you know, some people are not going with QuickBooks. Some are. And then I've asked questions and I haven't gotten an answer yet. Like some people, it sounds like if you get QuickBooks, you still have to get some sort of app, you know, or extension, whatever it is, to pull in all the eBay fees, maybe. I don't know. And so that stressed me out. And then there's some other people that have some other products. One is like, yeah, pulls the stuff into some other bookkeeping called, I have tabs open at home. I'll text you later, but like called Zero and something else. So yeah, so I haven't decided.
This is stressing me out. Like go, even though GoDaddy was not perfect, like a couple of my things were not being migrated over and they never fixed it. And I want something like that works.
I know. Like people like, and that Mark II guy who is a CPA and a reseller, and his, I don't know why I said it like that, his Facebook group, he says for just his clients he uses QuickBooks, but I still just can't figure out if it does pull in like all the fees, or do we have to add that, or I don't know. So that is on my list.
I'm sure as more people switch, kind of let them do the work, figure it out, and then all right, like what are we doing? That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's kind of what, since we have till I think the 23rd or something like that.
Well, they're giving you till September, but I think the 23rd is the last day it's going to do your data.
Oh, the new stuff. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I haven't checked in a couple of days. The other day it said like, you know, it did that whole, it hasn't been updated, so it looked updated, but the one thing that did sell, it didn't show it. So I'm like, okay, are you working or not? Or yeah, so yeah, I want to figure that out kind of too before I start listing, you know, and not like I'll have a ton of transactions, but I want to learn it. Is that a Vibram sole you said?
Yeah, these are Chippewa. Like, man, I wish like the people that didn't see these before I cleaned them, man, these look so much better. They was dusty.
How much are those worth?
I haven't looked them up. I looked them up in the past. I know they're worth good money.
Okay, that's good. Is that a garage sale or a?
That was in the storage unit. I bought the $10 storage unit. It had these boots. And they probably had a handful of Levi's and a few other things. Probably still not totally worth it because I had to go out to Fort Worth to pick it up, and then the time to process it. But it's going to be a profitable unit like every other unit I've ever done. Storage units just need to be all clothing. Like Bo was talking about, he's got to deal with a storage unit guy that has 4 or 5 storage units full of like Ralph Lauren, Polo, like good stuff.
Jeez.
And he gave me some advice on like how to find those type of deals. So I'll talk to you about it offline.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably work on that tomorrow.
Doyle says there are a handful out there. I use QuickBook for self-employed. Okay, I've read that. I have to place the numbers in myself. The next one, Veronica. It's on your eBay seller hub. So I guess she's saying like, yeah, you have to add in. So I guess it'd be like how, for me, I totaled up my Poshmark stuff and added the Poshmark cost of goods, Poshmark sales, and the shipping discount into my GoDaddy. But I guess in
our group, Cheryl's a CPA and she has videos on it, so I might look at her stuff, and then like I want QuickBooks or whatever it is to be like GoDaddy, where it pulls automatically all that data.
Yeah, so I don't want to have to add, like, that's why whatever system, because I'm like, I'm the world's laziest reseller as it is. So if I start reselling, I don't want to, yeah. I mean, I'll do it, but,
Yeah.
and then she says she's in the Pacific Northwest. Doyle, have you ever been, I'm curious, to the Bins in Seattle? I've heard it's really good. And part of the reason I might run another marathon is to do one I've done near Seattle.
Line by line reporting. Well, I guess it's just like like I guess it would be like the monthly like total for shipping, total on fee. It's probably not like I'm thinking, because with GoDaddy they literally automate every line, every transaction.
And I love
so
that.
I was thinking that, and that would be horrific. But obviously, it would be like a monthly total,
quarterly, or however you want to. But see, so how does it work? I wonder how it works with, like, let's say I have that. I don't have a debit card to it right now. I lost it, but like for my reseller bank account, like, do you link? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, how does all that work? You know, not in Seattle.
I know Cheryl in our group, she does accounting calls, and she has a video on the basics and how to pull all those numbers. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to watch some of those basic videos. And she doesn't use GoDaddy or QuickBooks or anything. Like, she even has a spreadsheet. So I might look at her stuff, and then maybe I think she sells this spreadsheet. Maybe
I've probably seen her comments. That sounds, there were several people like, here's my thing, or
because if I'm gonna have the other group, because if I'm gonna have to do line by line accounting, then how is QuickBooks even beneficial?
Yeah,
like, because I don't need it for invoices or paying people. I just need it to keep my books. And GoDaddy was really good at that. Real simple.
Just
Doyle,
my basics.
Your question about being in the Northwest. So Bo's in the group, text group, Chris's group, the group I'm in. And he reached out, created an ad saying that he buys clothes, and a storage unit guy responded to him and told him he has like 4 or 5 storage units full of clothing, like good clothing. So that's something that I want to look into doing something similar to, because if you can hook up with a storage unit guy, because we've dabbled with enough storage units, so I'm pretty familiar with it. Like, I've probably done 15 to 20 storage units at this point myself, that you come across a lot of clothing, but most storage unit buyers, they don't want that. They're looking to do as many units for as fast as possible. They're looking for gold. They're looking for jewelry. They're looking for guns. They're looking for safes. Maybe they're looking for vintage electronics. They're looking for big ticket items, and they'll take the clothes and stuff like that to a flea market and try to flip it. But if they can team up with a clothing reseller, like, it's a win-win. So I'm trying to find a storage unit guy, girl, that can supply me with clothes cheap. Yeah, but see, QuickBooks can track your miles, but I mean, Clay and I both use Mile IQ, and that automatically tracks our miles, so I don't need it for that.
If QuickBook, like, it sounds like you got to still keep up with it and add it. And I just print that one page.
Yeah, I print that, and I put that mileage
to my CPA, plus the Uber page and the Lyft page, with all the miles.
Bill said he'll try that. I see lots of regular buyers at unit auctions. I think I did see Brittany in the mentor group today. See, I haven't been following Chris's mentor group, so I don't really know any of those people unless they're in the morning calls or the 24-hour room.
Oh, that little group, that he's.
Yeah, he created that.
Superheroes.
Yeah, he created that for YouTube. I'm gonna keep my Clay knows why. I'm gonna keep my comment. I do consider Chris a friend, but I have some hot takes on some of this, which I'm gonna.
I didn't realize he was putting those. I have not watched one of his videos in a few weeks. I've searched him, and then I'll go to his deal, but like, or if he doesn't show up in the feed, I'm like, let's just go watch some non-reseller related, stuff
Well,
lately.
I used to be in all the morning calls. I'm in them if I'm not at the storage unit or busy sourcing. Like this week, I missed a couple, but like I've been in the calls for 2 years now, even before he was in the group. So it's like I know Chris's thoughts on. I know Chris and Tech's thoughts. Now, do I implement it all? No, but I already know what they recommend. It's almost like 'cause I've watched every single podcast. I've listened to every single podcast. I've watched every single Tuesday call. I've been in 95% of the morning calls. Spent a fair amount of time in the 24-hour room. Like, I don't know. The information's out there, but I don't know why. I'm just rambling about that.
$64.12 for 13.646 gallons.
No,
God.
yeah, it's crazy. I'm
It's like I have a dually or something,
Yeah, I put in 50 in my Prius, which had never happened before.
They make stupid loud noises. Maybe I'll pretend that when I get in the car and like I got those. Sorry, not sorry if I'm offending anybody out there. If you got those big exhaust pipes, I just think they're dumb.
Clay's rules. There you go.
Clay's rules.
Write it down.
Write it down.
I'm gonna call you out from now on. I'm gonna call you out on all your rules.
Sorry that you have a small wiener and you have to compensate. Oh, did I say that out loud, people? Sorry.
Clay's rules.
Like the big truck or the sports car, the low sports car. That's
Clay's
few
rules.
good tips Wednesday mornings too. I don't use every tip. I want to connect to you about how to upgrade my store.
Well, and don't get me wrong, it's good. Like that mentorship, I'm sure it's good. It's just like he's taking on sellers. I've just been in the group where I already pretty much know what he's going to say. So I'm not saying anything negative about it. How to upgrade your store? Well, what do you mean upgrade? You talking about your subscription? Oh, so the different levels. Yeah. $60 last week with gas discount. Yep. Gas is definitely a factor. And as Tech would say, we got to sell more items. No, like the tips are good. The advice is good. And I think sometimes, we have to hear it X amount of times before it sinks in because we all kind of want to do things our own way. And, sometimes for me, just I have to hear it long enough, like, oh, okay, I really need to do this way. Like I don't do 100% of the recommendations, and even just doing partial, like you'll see a big improvement. Dole has over 550 active listings, sell about one a day. Most items are good and close. Yeah, well, so reseller Nirvana at a 550 item store would be 5.5 sales per day, which is the goal, and it's hard to achieve. I'm nowhere near reseller Nirvana, and the reason I'm not is when I first started selling clothes, I was picking up a lot of brands I shouldn't be picking up. I hired a VA. I didn't train the VA, so my sell-through rate. I have about 5,700 items in the store. And until recently, when sales have gotten really bad, I was probably averaging about 20 sales per day. So a store my size at reseller Nirvana, I'd be selling 57 per day, and I'm nowhere near that. So
that'd be a boatload.
My store is kind of a hot mess with lots of old listings, and I fix between 5 to 10 old listings per day, and I'm putting up good quality listings now. I also did an aggressive markdown sell. I increased my promoted listings.
Maybe you froze. Oh, weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Had a little.
Sorry about that. I guess.
Yeah, I think it was on my end.
Was it? Okay, I wasn't sure because since I'm out driving, but I was like, well, did he freeze? So I hit the
I
refresh.
did. It froze for a minute. Doyle says, I got a few things from the show. Thursday is more why he processed something than what he does and how. Yeah, price is probably the single most important factor. And that's another thing. I used to price items too high. Now I look at the actual what they're selling for recently. I mean, if I started a brand new store, it'd be so much better than 5 new, sell 5, relist 5 a day. Yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there. Yeah, and we're also in the summer slowdown. Officially, we're in June. People are traveling, going on road trips. Gas is expensive. People don't have much extra money, so there's a lot of factors in play right now. But pricing can definitely be a big issue.
Yep. Sherpa Food Mart.
All right, guys,
Okay.
we've been live an hour and a half. I've cleaned some shoes. We've talked some eBay. I've heard one of Clay's rules, which is a new one. I hadn't heard this one before.
Well, what? Yeah. Oh, the big trucks. Yeah.
Yeah, big trucks.
Yeah. Well, or any car with the exhaust. Yeah. Yeah. Any car with the exhaust.
And I'm getting hungry. I got to see what the wife. She said she was making something. I'm getting hungry. Where are you heading to now? You feel it all?
I got my petrol. I was just gonna go by this bike shop. This guy I talked to like half a year ago on Facebook. Even though I bought a BMX bike real cheap a couple weeks ago just to see. I just wanted to get out of the house, because I've been cleaning and doing laundry and so just kind of trying to be out for a little bit before I go to the store and just go back home and vacuum in another room. And I might even break out the sander tonight and try to sand one of my project pieces,
Interesting.
and
Okay.
get that started. Yeah.
Right. So getting some errands knocked out.
Yeah.
We're going.
Work on the house.
We sound so lame. Tomorrow we got some friends and we're going on the Waxahachie historic house tour.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I think so. We like looking at old houses, and then there's a couple of breweries in downtown Waxahachie. I think we're gonna end the tour with some cold brewskis, which should be a relaxing.
Remember next year. Drag my
Yeah,
mom
well, I didn't know you'd be
back.
interested. I would have let you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Anytime I invite you
especially-
to something, you always say no. So I don't.
Well,
I
my mom, what am I trying to say? Sorry, I'm looking. The historic stuff is cool because, like, remember, I still have some cousins who live down there. One's a judge, and his dad was a lawyer just right by the high school, and mom's dad was born in Waxahachie in one of those cool old houses. It's now like some guy lives there, and it's his like insurance agency or something like that.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to donate plasma and watch the Rangers with Dad because his sister is on hospice now. So, yeah. So try to just, he's got enough, but keep him a little company and cheer him up a little bit, maybe, since
sure.
It might get ugly real soon for him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Dole. I'm glad that you like the content, the top 20s, and I'm a little behind on content. I gotta make my weekly what sold and figure out another video. Like I don't know. I'm in one of those periods I'm making content, but I'm not super motivated. Lives are so much easier. You just go live and you chat.
And they get views. So
I'm 1,400 hours away from monetization.
Hey,
it's slowly
that's not
getting
bad
there
at all.
I'm thinking this summer, probably late summer, depending on how the channel does. Dole said
and now that I know you said you're not as motivated, I'll just do it. Okay, did you do a video? Are you going live?
Yeah,
You know.
I'll do at least a video and go live. I'll get at least 2 per week. I've been doing 3 most
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
Doyle said lots of free sales today for clothes. Found a full trash can for $1. How excellent! Got some Timberland boots.
Nice. Yeah, when I go home, I'll open up a tab or several tabs and start your videos. Since I'm one of your best friends, I'm like,
Well,
yeah,
you know,
I guess I should be at least
I
playing
appreciate it.
yours.
Well, anybody that wants to help me out on the hours, here's the tip: if you go to my YouTube page, if you click on, let me see, where is it? Here, so I can explain it how. Like you can. So if you go to my page, here, let me get there. So I appreciate the help. I'd like to get the monetization part done. So you go to Texas Treasures, and you go to videos, and then it'll say uploads on the top left. Up here. Let me just share this. Oh no, we got a Clay's.
Wow.
There's
When
another
I
one of
had
Clay's rules.
green arrow for about 2 seconds, and then the guy comes through and turns in front of me, you know. Yeah, I'm going to tell him. I told him he's number 1.
Yes.
He didn't notice, but I told him.
Before Clay gets into a road rage, I'm going to share my screen for anybody that wants to help me out with the hours. So if you go to my channel, up here on the top left where it says uploads, and if you click on that arrow, click on all videos, and then right here it's just play off. If you click on this, it will play all
your videos.
All the videos.
I didn't know that. I don't play around with, unless I need to know it. I don't learn technology things. So hey, at least I learned that
really
too.
slow, I guess, because I'm streaming and I'm playing videos.
Yeah.
Let's see what's. Oh, right now. Well, I was trying to pull up the live Q&A, which is the current video. So that's.
Will it also, like, let's say I go to a video from a month ago when you kind of started up again. Will it start from then and play until like today? Do you know?
Yeah, it goes back in order. Like I have a screen where I do it even for myself, and it's currently.
Yeah.
It's been doing this for here. Let me share the screen. I'll show you the video that's currently playing. It also gets a scan there, and every time it makes a stop to another share this regional office or to the destination post office, it's getting update scans throughout. But that first scan, you need to make sure that first scan is within the time. Where's Val at, by the way? Told eBay that you're shipping. So in
I
your
don't know.
case,
I did text her,
and I've been dropping it off within.
So here you can
hours.
see, Clay. This
I just had that little
it's on January 21st.
Yeah. I don't know. Winter time just me too. If I do
obviously
one day.
This was a live when I was doing those lives with Val.
Or when was it icy? Yesterday?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It was just like straight up ice
long
everywhere.
ago. God, that was
like
a couple years ago.
Are the mail carriers good at picking up? So I just have that in a tab playing.
Yeah. I need to do that for my channel, even though just to get a little few hours going before, because tomorrow I'll also be like, hey, Chad, after we donate plasma, let's go look in some dumpsters and see what we can find. And then maybe we'll wait till nighttime to make it more interesting for him.
Well, I don't know what you mean insole. Oh, actually, I have some other shoes. Here's one other tip. Like you can buy these insoles, replacement insoles, because a lot of people will pass on shoes if they're missing insoles. Like this pair of Nike Torch 4. They're in good condition, but they're missing the insole. We'll get feedback. So I buy the. Get some weird feedback. So I'll buy these at Walmart. You get two for $1, and I will photograph and list these, and I will just put 2 folded in here, and in the description I just put comes with replacement insoles. Original insoles are missing. You can adjust these to your size, and I've done that with several pairs, And here's another thing which I need to do, and I should have done this. I picked up these pair of Ariats. Let me show these full screen real quick. These are Ariat riding boots. Like comps on these were like, some of these were over $100. But let's see, where's the Ariat? Yeah, see, you can see on the bottom. But the size, normally the size would be in here. It's not. So the size is missing. Normally I wouldn't pick up shoes that are missing the size, but these have removable insoles. So what I'm going to do, here, let me show you. They have the removable insoles. So these, on the back of them, they have a measuring thing. Like here, you can kind of see it through the package. So I will hold these up to here and I will figure out what size they are based on this. Because for $100 pair of boots, I can't let that go.
Yeah, because riding stuff, as I've learned from, Carissa's daughter, I bought her some. I didn't buy her boots like that. I bought her, like shorter boots or whatever.
Yeah, there it is. There
it was still like $60.
Yeah. So I pick up some shoes that some people would pass on. If you learn little tips and tricks, same thing with shoelaces. I just bought shoelaces in bulk, and like I have a pair of Vans here. This is my box of shoes that need little something. These are cool. I sell a lot of Vans and Converse. These are just low top Vans checkerboard, but the colorful one, really good condition. Look at that. These are clean. I haven't even
gnarly, dude.
They're gnarly, dude.
You can
but they're missing
shoelaces. Things.
But how hard is it to put shoelaces in?
Let's drain your pool and we can shred.
Totally.
We'll get Spicoli to come over and show us his new tricks.
Spicoli. Mr. Hand.
Mr.
Fast
Hand.
Times at Richmond High. Excellent. But yeah,
that's a good movie, and I also like Summer School with Mark Harmon.
I appreciate the help on the videos, though. Yeah, I just want to get monetized. Like, I like trying to help people and talking reselling. Side Gig says, why don't you make a playlist of videos? Yeah, if you just do what I don't know if you saw it, Side Gig. If you go to videos, uploads, play all, it'll start at the most recent video and it'll just keep playing them. So anybody that wants to do that to help me out, I appreciate it. No pressure to, of course, but just trying to get those 4,000 hours. I've got the subscribers.
He'll send his thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. What do you mean a video about insoles? What do you want to know about insoles?
Maybe he means like a little video about all the little tricks of, shoelace, insoles.
No, he said insoles.
I know. I'm just saying, but you can make one out of the little things,
Yeah, I've had several people, like how I kind of showed at the beginning, like how to clean shoes. Like I've had several requests. Even had a girl, like she said she would write the scripts for me, that she's a professional script writer, and she suggested a series of shoe videos, and like she put some thought into it, that she would collaborate with me if I wanted the help. So and I've had other people request that type of stuff, so I think it would be a good idea. The only thing, the hesitation, because it's messy in here, like I would have to set up somewhere with good camera, I'm lazy is the truth, but I need to create an area, maybe outside with good light, a camera, and to make those videos. That's what I need to do, and I'm just trying to get my mind around it because I've been lazy, to be honest. But that would be a good series.
Well, to make you feel better, I'm only now starting to make videos I've talked about forever. So there you go. See?
Yeah.
I wonder if I should swing behind. Let's try behind Home Depot while we're here. I might go in.
You're gonna dumpster dog?
Might as well swing behind it, and see if there's are accessible. Because Chad and I figured out the best way to film, since there's two of us, we'll just like one of us will dive and the other films for the most part, and then once I get the little Insta 360, I'll buy the little like car mount. It's like, and stick it, since you park right by
Well,
the dumpsters usually.
I have a GoPro you can borrow. I have the GoPro 8, I
Oh
think.
yeah.
It's
Oh yeah.
good. It's good.
Ooh, I could have multiple angles. Francis will really like me then, or hate me,
Yeah,
like,
that's something else. Like I could do garage. I don't know. I've just got to figure out. I like the what sold videos because they're easy. I've been doing the tutorial videos because they're easy, but I do need to maybe venture out. I think just a shoe series would be good.
Yeah. And you got the GoPro to do the garage sales originally.
Yeah, like many ideas.
When everybody, I feel like everybody are in our little group, like didn't maybe Alton and Scott or Kevin or at least one or two other of the guys did,
Yeah.
So
Doyle
might as well, next time you go.
Doyle wants to know more about the difference between mid, high rise, low rise, boot cut, straight leg, free. Yeah, and I could talk
a good
about
idea
that.
for a video.
Doyle, I think you're in our group. We are now having a Gene call every other Friday that's hosted by Andy. Andy's almost doing 50K per month on eBay on used men's jeans. He's a true expert. I listened to his first call, I don't know, about a week ago, and the dude knows his stuff. Like, I would say I'm probably intermediate on my gene knowledge, but he's got like a PhD in genealogy. So I would text says that call is going to be every other Friday, probably starting really soon. But yeah, I can. The difference in eBay will even show you this on the listing. Like low rise is they classify it as under 8.5 inches. I don't have any jeans near me. You measure the waist to the bottom of the crotch seam. That's the front rise. So that's where the rise comes from. So if it's under 8.5 inches, it's low rise. 8.5 to 10.5 inches is mid rise. Above 10.5 inches is high rise. That's the basic rule, but sizing could also factor that in. Like a high rise on a plus size jeans may differ than high rise on low on petite jeans, just because the size of the jeans are such a variance. But that's the general rule of thumb, and that's what eBay goes by. Capri, that's your inseam. That's the difference. That's the distance, the measurement between the crotch measurement and the bottom of the pants hem where the leg ends. Capris are just short pants. They're typically like, 18 to like maybe, I don't know, 21, 22 inches. Kind of like pedal pushers. Those are capri. Boot cut is the width of the opening on that leg opening. Like skinny jeans are going to be like 5 inches. They're going to be skinny at the ankles. The fit is skinny. It's slim fit. A boot cut, that hem opening would be like, they're typically 8 to 9 inches. You also, that looks gross. You also get flare jeans that are wider that really kind of balloon out, and those could be like 9.5, 10 inches. So there's a little information on jeans.
And you got him to say the word crotch like 3 or 4 times.
I know.
That was an idea Chad and I had for for some dumb video, crotch talk. Don't know what that means, but crotch talk. Oh, and we came up with a couple of they might be could be the main guys at times. Chode and Taint. Hey, I'm Chode and I'm Taint. I thought, because they'll wear like rock revival type stuff, of course. So Chode and Taint. Yeah. That'll be on the new channel or Clay's Closet. Yeah, we'll see. Because I was like, those guys could dumpster dive,
Well, and you know what else? Like Doyle's talking about doing a shoe series. Like I know, I'm friends with Alfredo as a LC. Like there's several shoe sellers in the group doing 20K plus a month, like LC's at like 29K gross per month just on shoes. So I thought about maybe like interviewing people in the group, like doing a series of interviews for you, my YouTube channel.
Like what's his name did with you? What's his name?
Well, I had a couple. Oh my gosh!
But the recent one, the guy who interviews people with all sorts of side gigs.
It's Flippin' Mike's friend. Is it Andy? Andy?
Something like that. Yeah. But yeah, he's done those. And then, I watched Tommy Buffalo the other night for like, was that? Oh, this is last night. Geez. For like 10, 15 minutes. And he was like, hey, Clay, you want to come on? He's like, reach out to me. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, you need to get Brian on too. So as your booking agent, since we're working on the YouTube.
Yeah, I've been on his channel, I think twice. I've been on there twice.
Yeah, can't hurt. And then
I'm
going
to
send you the phone number of that one person. So you
I'm not one to be proactive. Like I want to organically build my channel. That way I'm not like, hey, I just like that one. I didn't build it off of the backs of others. Like I kind of want it to happen organically.
But I get it. But hey, if you can get a bump of going on one person,
people reach out to me, I'll do it. I have a hard time asking for that kind of stuff.
I know. Well, that's why, like, I've asked that one person. I said, hey, would you have them on? And they just said, yeah, all they got to do is, reach out.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna.
But on this end, I could be proactive, saying, hey, I want to interview people because our group is so big and there's so much knowledge in it for my YouTube. If you want to share it to the YouTube world, some people don't want to share that stuff, but some probably would.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's something I could look into doing.
Yeah.
Doyle's not part of Daly's group. I should join. Yeah, if you're gonna be a full-time reseller, even part-time, I think it's a must. Like your sales are gonna grow. Like the stuff I'm telling y'all about is just like skimming the iceberg of what's available in the group.
So what he's saying is not the Titanic's, just skimming the iceberg.
Yeah, just skimming.
Yeah.
And
Doyle, you are correct. Like G.I. Joe, the more you know.
And I would not stay away from Levi's. Levi's are probably one of my top selling brands, and they're pretty easy to. Like, all right, here's a real brief Levi's. I'm not on Andy's level by any stretch, but I know a little something. I think on my last one, like when I was focusing on jeans, I was the 26th women's jean seller, and I was like in the 80s for men's. So I've sold a few jeans. Levi's for men's. In order from best to worst, Levi's 501 are going to bring the most money. Obviously, vintage, and that's where looking at tags comes into play. Made in the USA, those paper tags, it's going to be vintage. Levi's 560 is probably your next best jeans. Then probably silver tabs.
Yeah.
Then everything. There's a kind of a drop off. 505s. 550s, 505s. Then you got 511s, 514s. Then in women's, like pretty much any of the numbered women's jeans, like 527s, 514s. I still sell women's, like when you're sourcing for me, Clay, because we were talking on the phone, I'll still pick up women's jeans. Like numbered Levi's are good, American Eagle are good, Miss Me are good. American Good, Mom Jeans. Like there's still quite a few I'll pick up, but I'm kind of mixing the two things. So I don't know. There's so much about Levi's, but Levi's, like Andy makes most of his money on Levi's. So I would not stay away from them. I would just take the time to learn about Levi's. And there's actually a Facebook Levi's research group I'm a member of that has great resources for tags and questions. So there's a lot to learn about.
I should join that when I get home or whatever.
The difference between broad, swim, running, and more. I don't know what that means.
What is it? Let's see.
Broad, swim, running. What category are we talking about?
I know. I'm like going
I'm so confused.
running shoes, broad swim running, and more.
Yeah, I don't know if we're talking jeans, we're talking shoes. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might try that. I can put a post in the group because I host the book club call in the group, and there for a while, which is kind of a bitter point for me. Like Chris was doing a series with me, Daily Refinement, where we were doing an eBay tip for the week, and we did 4 or 5, and then he kind of shut it down, which kind of hurt my feelings. But you know, what you gonna do?
Surprisingly, what? Huh? Well, don't tell
maybe.
anyone. What? Huh?
Yeah, there because we have
I can say things.
We have a shoe call in the group every Tuesday, and I'm on them if I'm not outsourcing, and if I'm outsourcing, I'll watch the replay the next day. Oh, 15 top of Levi's. Yeah, I mean, and really any Levi's will sell. Probably the lowest level is the signature Levi's, but those will still sell for $8 to $10. Like you can sell any Levi's, but the 3 I would focus on if you were wanting the highest ROI and sell through would be 501s, 560s, and the 560s are the baggy fit, and the silver tab, which are also baggy. And then if you add in the vintage, like it changes things up, right? Like if I find if you find vintage 501s, oh man, there's just so much to it. So much to it. Like I sold a pair of vintage Levi's. They were orange tabs. I'm trying to remember the model number. It was a different model number. It wasn't any of those, but it still sold for like $39 plus shipping. So,
Hey,
you know, not bad.
nope, sneeze that.
Not bad.
I get what he meant. Shorts do a short video on running shoes. I guess general topics. Swim trunks, maybe, or something like that.
Maybe like Chris, I need a videographer that can help me with this stuff.
A cinematographer.
Yeah. Videographer.
Yeah.
But no, those are good ideas. Yeah, I need to figure this out. And I don't know. Once I get monetized, maybe it'll get me motivated to take it up a notch. But Francis, our video, our editor that I hired, and also he's working with Clay. He does a good job, I think.
Yeah.
On editing, and that frees up time.
Yeah, it's when I hear people are still editing, I'm like, I only have had them do one. And it's not even resell, but I'm like it's like just going to be so much easier.
Yeah. I would
especially
like
dumpster diving. He can just like that's almost a one take anyway, and add in a little bit. And the weird stuff, I've told him like I'm just gonna let you go for it, dude. You know, like.
Well, you don't want to give up total control. Like I've told him
no
for suggestions, and honestly, he doesn't come up with a whole lot. But if I give him an idea, I don't have to like coach him beyond that. Like for example, let me give you an example real quick. Like on my simple what sold videos, right? I typically have several international sales per week now, and so I just emailed him with a video. I'm like, hey, on the international sales, if you could just put in some B-roll footage of something about that country. If it's
oh yeah,
I was being goofy. Canadian bacon for Canada sales. If it's from Brazil, I don't know, Brazilian bikini. I you know, whatever. Just
I like that.
PG, but you know, and that's all I had to tell him. And I've looked at the videos and they're fine.
Because he did take suggestions. Like when at one point we went back and forth. I sent him some videos of just, you know, non-reselling ones, and then some reselling that I just liked the style. And then he'd you know come back with an idea, and I'd be like, yes, like this 3, like when the Larry video he did, he had like me on the screen, you know, or sorry, Larry, not me, of course, and Larry's reading the book, and then it's like he pauses and another window pops up, you know what I mean? So then at the end there was like 3 Larrys or whatever, and like I think I'd sent him something and he wrote back like this, and I'm like, yeah, and I still owe him a picture of Conor McGregor so he can insert it in the Larry video because it'll make sense, you know.
Yeah.
But Yeah. That's the other thing I should have done today. Gotten out and gone to the place where that poor Misty got used to get her makeup, where to do the
You just
layer.
got you. Here I go. All right, I'm gonna give.
No, it's good.
Brian's rules. You're
have
just
so much to
juggling
do.
too many things. There's no way to juggle all the things.
Oh, I know. That's why I let a lot go, and I just work. That's why, doing the house even. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll say it this way: without developing habits and routines, which you don't like, so it's really hard to do it on an as you feel like basis. It just doesn't get done.
Well, I like it to an extent, and I like that the schedule changes each week.
Yeah,
like that.
I get it. I mean, I used to be a police officer, so every shift was different, and I loved it. But there was consistency within that of training and doing things a certain way. But so I get it, and maybe because I did that for so long, I got most of that out of my system.
And I
do, like, when I go sourcing once or twice a week. It gets me out of the house, and it's a nice change of pace because I'm in here in this dungeon, the cave, the garage, a lot.
Look weird.
I get it. Oh, Doyle ran a podcast. He edited.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's good. Yeah, we were doing the Reseller Roundtable podcast. You can still find us. It was me, the Thrifting Lounge, Scott, who was on here earlier, Dumpster Diver Dad, Alton, and Mike Flipping Goodies. But that was kind of me. Like, I kind of let that die. I don't know. It's just too many things. Like, trying to do a podcast where and to be fair, like, there was good content on there, I think, but I just didn't see the end goal, and it was taking up time, and you only have so much time. Like, you've got your obligations. For me, it's like wife, family. I've got work takes a big chunk. I'm starting to run again, even though I think I only ran once, maybe this week. Next week I got to I kind of dropped that habit this week.
He joined the Satanic Church.
But you know what, Clay? Think about this. When did I dropped running? When I added in the wholesale, because doing wholesale, even though it was easy, it was still taking up time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was mental space or whatever. Like, anytime you add something, it's hard.
It's hard to
keep everything else rolling.
Yeah, it is.
Well, thanks for coming out, Doyle. I appreciate you communicating on the lives and watching the videos. He says that is why he drives Miss Daisy. That's his nickname. Clay's got a couple. It's driving Miss Daisy. It's easy money. He's driving Clay's caddy.
Yeah.
What other nicknames I got for you? Of course, you got Larry. That's not really a nickname. That's a
character.
That's a character.
Maybe next time at the end, when if people have dwindled, if you want to show, we'll show the new Larry video.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
I got it, and I'm still. Chad and I are trying to think of a name like for the weird channel, because I'm gonna keep Clay's Closet for the dumpster diving, and if
Well, I think you got to figure out the content. Like, you got to figure out that before you can come up with a name. Like, what's the niche for that channel?
First videos that we want to do is don't mind saying here, the get in the elevator, and instead of turning around like everybody does, you just face everybody.
So it's kind of like shock value.
Reaction. We've come up with some ideas of like topics, how to shock people, and
if you'll text me like several of your video ideas, then I could brainstorm.
Maybe
throw out some suggestions.
I have a whole list in a in a college line ruled whatever thing that the kids had, that I took from school, like, or whatever, when we got tons of them. So
right.
Yeah.
I'm doing some sales this afternoon. That's good. Like, my sales have been low, so it looks like listing 30 a day. Because all right, let me talk about my sales. So up until the 29th, they'd been doing pretty well, between 250 to like 600 most days gross. But and so on Monday, 117. This is just on eBay. Tuesday, 278. That's okay. Wednesday, 181. Thursday, 101. That's the lowest sales day I've had in forever. So that's when I was freaking out.
Trapper keeper.
So I made those changes, and then yesterday I had 335. Today I'm at 331, and there's still plenty of day left. So the sales are kind of picking up. Like I had to use some of those tools. And I think also maybe only listing 10 to 15 shoes a day. I wasn't listing the volume because at one point I was getting 50 listings up a day. So getting up to 30, get my 10 shoes, get my 20 clothes, 30 a day is pretty solid. Getting more traffic.
And we're back to close, everybody.
What you would not do if normal, Schiller.
Yeah.
Let me think about it. So insane. Wait, no, but see, you've got so many things to work with. He's doing it with Chad. We're not making fun, but Chad has a sense of humor. Like he's legally blind, right?
He has retina pigmentosis, people, which he's losing his vision, so he has tunnel vision. Like if you're sitting next to him, he has no peripheral vision, unfortunately. Like, and at night, it's like when we've gone to the movie, it's like I'll turn the flashlight on my phone so he can see every steps. I've gotten pretty good at now at like curb, step up, step down. Yeah. And he just turned, his birthday was last week, 50. Yeah, something. So, but he'll laugh about it. Like he's okay.
He's got a sense of humor. So he, if you could play into that too.
Yeah.
Just the title and
the one thing I thought of the other day, I was like, oh, we got to make a video where instead of you're my stepdad, you're my step-Chad. And he was like, could you get your mom to actually be in the video? I'm like, I don't know about that, but we brainstorm a lot of ideas of like in the elevator, we don't turn each other. We just like face, like I'm facing the phone and we talk to each other and it'd be like, dude,
like
we've been
Sesame Street, like Sesame Street
and you married my mom, you know.
Shock value entertainment.
Shock, yeah. So part of me thought about was like Clay and step-Chad or something. I don't know.
Never. Let me think. Never a boring day. No 2 days alike. I'm just thinking of like random themes.
Yeah. No 2 days alike. I like that.
Yeah.
Like, how do I not finally have something to write on?
What's the next video? No, I don't know. Just live brainstorm.
No 2 days. I'm writing it down. Craig, I did like your
unique days. You every day is unique. I don't know. That might be too generic.
I like that. Yeah, every day is. I'm like, is the word unique going to screw people up on spelling? You know.
Oh God, that's.
I know, but UNIQUE, right? Unique. Yeah. Maybe we make it easier. UNEEK. There you go. Unique. Or UNNEEK. Unique.
Now what? Like, because if your videos are going to be different every day, now what? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Just a simple, Could be Clay and Chad's now what or something. Yeah.
C squared, Clay and Chad.
Oh, yeah. C squared. Now
Clay
what?
and Chad's adventures. Clay and Chad's.
Now what?
Travesties.
Travesties.
Clay and Chad's misadventures.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, misadventures. Yeah.
Like, what's a term for like an adventure that goes wrong? That's what I'm trying to think. Clay and Chad's Odyssey. If we could get one more C word.
Yeah,
like
I know.
Quest. Clay and Chad's Quest. You've got a little alliteration. Crazy Quest. Clay and Chad's Crazy Quest. I don't know.
Crazy.
I'm just pure brainstorming at this point.
Yeah.
Craig says, "Do what?" I don't know if that's I think that's a title name.
Like, I know. What? Do what? I like that. Yeah, just do what?
Do what? Yeah, like
you did what?
On here? Do what?
You did? Yeah. Do. I'll write that down. Do.
Incomprehensible.
Do what? Or.
Yeah, he put do what? Do what? abnormal days. I don't know.
Yeah. It wouldn't be really that
Never a
clever,
boring
but
day.
at one point I told Chad, I said something like, "I'm loud, he's blind," or something, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, loud and blind. Like think
Loud
about
and blind. Yeah, that maybe
Bosom
that's what it is.
Buddies. Remember the old show Bosom Buddies with Tom Hanks and
Yeah. Yeah.
but that's because they were like living as women. But y'all are just being
Yeah.
weird bros, bruh. Hit the
Can
bruh
you
button.
believe, yeah, that the guy on Bosom Buddies is one of the best actors like ever. And then the poor other guy just died, a couple of months ago or something. Peter Scolari.
And I'm sorry, anybody here for resell talk? We can talk resell, but we've kind of devolved and we're wrapping up the show, so we're just idiocracy here.
I held it in as long as I could.
No, it's fine. It's a good transition to end.
Here's a picture of me and my brother when we were little.
Brope and Dancy. That's cute.
Right. And my mom made, at least for my older brother, she put Velcro on the sides because, like, this is like
hero word Velcro. Don't use it
with the Mavericks. Flip a coin at least one time during the show. You flip a coin on what to do next. Oh yeah, I like that. Bropendicy.
Oh, you need a magic 8-ball too. Like
oh yeah, magic 8-ball.
like
Yeah,
for random questions.
Yeah.
I can imagine Larry with a live Q&A with a magic. Larry's scary.
Well, see, I'm on my phone. I can't really. There's no way to.
Well, at least there's some ideas to at least get the brain turning.
Exactly. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it, folks.
That's good about live shows.
Yeah, Larry and a live will be good.
Yeah.
Once I get some people.
All right. Well, it's 6:30, guys. I appreciate. We were up there for 11 a minute. People are coming in.
What are you at now?
9.
Okay.
For my small channel, which no one really watches.
But not. Let's just say it's 9 or 10 for 2 hours plus. That's
it's definitely helping. I've noticed when I do lives, the watch hours really go up.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's just there's a social element too. And I kind of like this ending the week, kind of talking about the week, chatting, catching up with people.
Like we did on Fridays before or Saturdays at this time before a couple of years ago.
I think that's what I'm going to do, either Friday or Saturday, depending on, like I was garage selling all day. Well, not all day, but a lot of Friday. So it was hard.
Yeah. Yesterday I got on my phone and I was like, it was a little later and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to text him to ask if you were doing it, or whatever.
Ready?
Let's see. Keeping Chad alive. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That makes it sound like it's Fear Factor though. Like every video has to be dangerous,
Yeah.
You will see Chad driving soon, people.
All right, man. I gotta wrap it up. The missus just like, are you still working? Like that's
gotta be like Christmas and wrap it up.
Gotta wrap it up. All right, thanks everybody. Smash the like button if you haven't. Lots of good ideas. We'll see what we can incorporate. We'll catch you. I'll be making a what sold, probably a top 20 video, which will be coming out early next week. Top 20 sells. So we'll see you on the next video. Everybody have a good one.
Dun, 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 dun.